They're coming to get coffee because you're in a bikini. Yeah, they could go to a better coffee shop.
Then that's their issue.
Well,
but
could
I'm
you
making
honestly
coffee.
say that
But you know exactly why you're...
I just can't tell if she's for real. Like, is she serious? Hey, it's Christine Grace. Welcome back to my channel. Today is another reaction video, guys. Like the video on your way in. Let's get straight into it.
I was just gonna ask you something.
Sure.
You're a bikini barista, right?
Yes.
And a hardcore...
Why
you
does
get
it,
paper
why,
dollar
dancing
tips
on
like
someone,
every
I'm not
other
touching
stripper.
somebody,
Why-
I was just gonna ask you something.
Sure.
You're a bikini barista, right?
Yes.
And a hardcore conservative, kind of, or some like you're on.
I'm not hardcore conservative.
You're leaning right.
Yeah.
So, and you don't like work.
No.
So why do you think? And you're a Christian. So
Yeah.
how are you a Christian and against sex work, but yet you're in a bikini all day serving food and getting tips?
You don't think that Christians? You don't think that Christians can go to the beach in a bikini? You don't think that?
Yeah, but that's still like that's like a lot of sex workers do like bikini barista.
Yeah, because
you're not practicing.
You're not selling their pussy on the side.
You're not like you're not practicing modesty or anything that's in the Bible.
What's your definition of modesty?
Not being in a bikini.
Not being in a bikini.
So you want to let your wife at the beach in a bikini?
I'm not saying that I wouldn't let my wife go to the beach in a bikini.
You make extra tips.
I wouldn't want her working just in a bikini.
You don't want the what's wrong with Instagram?
You make extra tips for being in the bikini, and
I'm just a show.
Shaming sex workers, like you're basically a stripper, so I don't understand why.
Stripper, yeah, because I touch people and I dance on people for money.
Do you have a problem? Just like, did you have a man? Did you have a man that like cheated on you with a stripper?
No, in fact, I had a really good father that raised me to have morals.
Me too, and he's watching, and he's very proud of me for my accomplishments. I pay his
to some
rent,
degree,
so thank you very much, babe.
In your notes to us, you said most people don't date. Or did you have something really quick?
It's not quick. You already know.
Can you just give us? Okay, so for you, you said in your pre-show notes to us, most people don't date for marriage anymore. It's extremely hard to find a traditional wife-husband who wants to raise their children under biblical values.
Yeah.
Now, I guess my question for you is, how do you reconcile that statement with the fact that you are a bikini barista and don't appear all that traditional in your social media presence? And that's why I wanted to, if we can, pull up the Instagram, just...
Well, it depends on what you mean by traditional. Nick. Traditional to me means submitting to your husband. Traditional to me means being a good Christian. It means being.
How can you find one?
But what about modesty?
What do you mean? I am modest.
In the
currently, but like while you're at the workplace.
My actions, I am a very, very modest person.
Sex work is not modest.
I'm not in sex work.
She's not a sex worker, but look,
I'm definitely. I would never touch someone for money. I would never do anything gross like that for money. I'm good.
What was your name again?
Savannah.
Savannah. To Brian's point, look, you're a beautiful woman. You're intelligent. I think you're well-spoken.
Thank you.
You're welcome. To Brian's point, I haven't seen your social media. It sounds like is there an abundance of bikini pics?
Yes.
Here, we'll pull it up just for...
Okay.
I'm proud of my body. Like,
Scroll
there's nothing... The thing is that everybody associates nudity to sexuality, and to me,
Lord have mercy.
It's not the same.
We must stay focused, brothers.
And if you're lusting over me, that is your... Sin.
I completely disagree with. Hold on one second. Okay, so Brian, what was her statement about finding it difficult to find?
Most people don't date for marriage anymore. It's extremely hard to find a traditional wife-husband who wants to raise their children under biblical values.
Okay, so
how do you reconcile that statement?
I'm saying this with all due respect.
Yeah.
I genuinely respect you.
Thank you.
As a traditional Christian man who wants a traditional Christian wife, to be quite frank, if I saw your Instagram page, immediately I would write you off as a non-traditional, non-Christian woman. I would assume that you weren't Christian. When I see a woman's Instagram page and I see bikini pictures all over the place, showing off the booty, all that kind of stuff, I'm like, yo, this is the exact opposite of modesty. And I'm not interested in that. And I would argue that you are probably making it much more difficult on yourself to find the kind of man that your heart longs for by living this kind of lifestyle where you're posting these images of yourself. Because I know a lot of traditional Christian dudes, a lot of them, across the board, they want modesty in women, and they would not classify that Instagram page as modest.
Sure.
She doesn't want to accept that her definition of modest is not what the definition of modest is.
That's fine. I'm not really looking for a husband, though. It was just stating that it is hard.
Part of the reason why it's hard is because I think you're making it harder on yourself with the job that you work and also with your Instagram presence.
Okay, sure, that's valid.
And isn't it using sexualization to get money?
No, I'm not doing anything sexual at all.
You literally are in a bikini with your ass out getting tips. I know how it works.
She wants
Okay.
to smoke.
Well, I just
yeah, like, okay, are you not?
get tips just like
Can you
strippers
not
get
be
tips.
a bikini, be in a bikini and be
No,
a
I'm not-
Christian?
Yeah,
like,
wait,
what the
yeah,
fuck?
no,
Azure.
but-
It's Azure, right?
but this
I
is
give
the
you.
question.
It is-
I
look,
give
it
you
is not
credit.
modesty.
You
It's
want the
not
Well,
smoke
it
from
depends on your
everybody.
definition of
Well,
modesty.
okay, so my definition.
In Europe, it's considered
my
modest,
definition. So
right? Like you go out onto
No, it's not. No, it's not.
a beach, you're naked. That's
Savannah,
not-
Savannah.
Yeah.
Sounds
you're-
like it's
Savannah.
just a
Hold
lot
on, hold on,
of
hold on,
BS.
hold on, hold on.
That's not when you're
Savannah,
getting tipped.
hold on, Savannah. You're
I'm
saying,
getting tipped to make coffee.
ladies, please,
with your ass out.
please
so don't
stop.
shame workers. That's all.
She
I'm
wants
saying.
Not
to smoke.
sex work.
She wants
Holy
to smoke
shit.
from-
It's very in. It's in,
not. I'm not touching
it's a-
anyone for money. You're lusting after me. I'm not doing shit. I'm making coffee.
You, Savannah, are eliciting lust from men by dressing
It's
this
their
way.
fault for
Well, that's
lusting
the
after
same
me.
thing.
No,
That would
that's
be-
like putting your breasts in a man's
Yeah, but that's
face
the
and being
same
like, "Why are
argument
you
as a
looking at
stripper."
them?"
No,
Why are-"
it's not.
Yes,
I
it
would
is.
never do
You're
that.
You literally do it
They
for a living.
come
You flaunt
through
your
my
body.
coffee stand.
Hang on,
Like,
let me ask
that's
this. Let
their-
me ask this. What's the distinction when you say they're
Bruh.
lusting after me? Couldn't the stripper make the same argument?
Yeah, except for a stripper's touching and doing sexual
Okay, so-
acts.
so-
hang on, hang on.
It seems like
There's
you're
a
just like
big
trying to
difference.
find a way.
The stripper
to-
never
there's
touched
a fine
him.
line
Let's say the
between
stripper
using your-
never touched him, ever, never touched any of the Johns. Just showed up and shook her ass. That's all she did.
Sure, I don't do that.
Yeah, but let's say that's all she did. Okay, she's not touching anybody now.
Sure.
She's using her sexualization to make money. Wouldn't just like you are, right?
No.
What's the distinction then?
The difference is that you're dancing and you're shaking your ass and you're doing that to elicit a feeling to get money, right?
And what is the
right?
bikini for?
So the bikini,
Exactly.
no.
It seems like you're trying to
Wait,
like
hold on,
justify
just
the
38.
reason
One sec,
why.
one sec.
I am a Christian, but I think women should be head of household. I am all for women with stake in the game, but the sword penetrates the chalice, not the other way around. We see reality.
Real. Real.
Yo, thank you, Bum, man. Appreciate it.
Look, this whole idea that like it's on men to control their lust. Yes, okay, I agree. Men have the responsibility to control their lust, but women also have a responsibility to not elicit that lust from men
By what
and
I'm wearing.
By you
to
choosing.
be specific.
Yes.
By
Savannah,
what I am wearing.
Savannah, come on. If there's two women and one is
So am I
wearing-
eliciting that when I
Please
go to
let me
the beach
speak.
with my
Please
bikini?
let me
Okay,
speak.
I apologize.
If there's two, thank you. If there's two women and one of them is wearing a modest dress and the other woman is wearing a bikini that shows off her breasts and her butt, obviously men are going to lust. They're more likely to lust after the woman that's in a bikini with all of her curves showing. She is making a choice to wear something that shows off her body. She is going to elicit lust. Do you concede that?
I agree, but that is also not my responsibility
Okay,
to be responsible
let me
for
ask
your
it a
lust
different
and
way.
That's
thoughts.
fine. You can say it's not your responsibility, but just don't call yourself traditional or modest.
Well, let me
I
ask
am.
this a different
You're
way.
not.
We can, we can
Inside of your
agree to disagree
capacity as a bikini barista, can you name a single virtue of being a bikini barista? What is a single virtue? What about it is in any way virtuous?
I'm not going to answer that. Like, I don't know what you're trying to get out of that question.
Okay, so if a guy,
It's not a
if
job that I enjoy doing.
Yeah,
It's
if
not
a
like it's
guy
my
is in-
dream job. I have two college degrees.
Do you
I'm
aspire to
working
be
on
the
it.
Do you aspire to be the Proverbs 31 wife?
I don't know.
well, you agree that
I may not get
Christianity,
married.
just
I
to
don't
follow
know.
up on this, you agree that Christians need to be virtuous, right?
Sure, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. What are the virtues of being a bikini barista?
I never said that there was virtues
Yeah,
of being a bikini
but when
barista.
when you're asked specifically to say, hey, listen, it's not my problem that these guys over here they all want to put their hands all over me. They can't, but they want to, and that's why I make extra money.
I mean, that
but
happens when
stripper
I
over
have
there,
clothes on,
they're doing
too.
something wrong. That's insane.
No, that's fine. But even
That's
when
a
I have clothes
hypocrisy,
on,
and
men
there's
are
no
the same
virtue.
thing.
There's
That's
no
fine.
virtue.
Yeah.
We can agree to disagree on that. But men want to do the same
There's
thing
no
when I
di-
have clothes on too. I could be wearing a potato sack, and men would still want to do that.
Sure, yeah, absolutely, because men have sex drives. But if you're wearing a bikini, it is
But that
going
is
it is
your
going to
responsibility.
stimulate a man's
Then,
sex drive.
then that's
Anything
Just
could
like
stimulate
Savannah,
a man's sex
Savannah,
drive.
Savannah,
Should I wear a hijab
Savannah.
then?
No, you don't have to wear
Like-
a hijab.
I prefer a burqa,
You
to
don't-
be honest.
You don't
Burqa,
have to,
okay.
but Savannah, just like it's a man's job, it's a man's
Get the
responsibility
rocks.
to control
Abdul,
his lust. It's
get the rocks.
also
Get the
a
rocks.
woman's responsibility, if she calls herself a traditional modest Christian,
Hikima
to not
donated
inspire lust.
$200. Abortion is a necessary evil, should be strictly regulated. God-given rights made up. Andrew W. Brixham, PLS, stop showing these girls half-naked pics. I don't have Insta for reason. Only 304s.
Okay.
Chase
all right.
W.
Thank you.
Question. If you start dating a guy, your boyfriend or your husband, if he requested you take down those photos, would you oblige him?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Do you think it might improve if you were interested in dating, do you think it might improve your dating prospects in the traditional Christian male pool to remove those photos?
Yeah, it probably would. But the thing is that I'm not dating right now. I'm not interested in dating right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm just living
What
my
I'm
life,
curious
having
about
fun.
still, if you just don't mind one last follow-up.
And then I'm going to bring Selena finally in.
My big curiosity here still is I'm caught up on this idea that you have no responsibility. I
It's
have
crazy.
no responsibility. It's their responsibility
I mean,
for the
Muslims
because
would say
hang on,
whatever.
Let him finish
me
his
finish.
point. No interrupting.
National
wait,
donated $200. Azir's only W all night. She's right. You are basically a stripper, just like in states that don't allow female strippers to strip nude.
Yeah.
No difference. You just want to feel different from the of girls.
Whatever you say.
Yeah, well, in this case, this super chatter hits the nail on the head. And what the super chatter is saying is the same thing I'm going to tell you or ask you, which is, why couldn't anybody engage in sex work?
Grid One
sorry.
Motorsports donated $200.
Yo, thank you, Grid One. Appreciate it,
Brian,
man.
I leave you alone for a few minutes, and wow. To Savannah,
wild.
would you make the same tips if you were in a modest dress?
Right. Well, this gets to the heart of it real quick. So, all of the women who are involved in any kind of sex work, you realize, can use this same exact argument, you did, which is to say
No.
the responsibility is 100% on the John. If he wasn't coming to have sex with us, then I wouldn't even be a prostitute, would I?
The willful ignorance on this woman is unreal.
No,
If the
'cause you're
John wasn't coming in to watch me strip,
you're
I wouldn't even be able to
consenting
strip,
that
would I?
action. You're doing a
shifting-
sexual
hang on, let me-
action.
just
So
let
are
me
you.
finish the
No,
point.
I'm not.
Yes,
What am I
you
doing
are.
that's
You're
sexual?
making coffee in a bikini.
That's not
inherently
sexual.
sexual.
You
Yes,
get
it
tipped.
is.
No, it's
You
not.
get-
Why
you
does
get
it- why-
paper
I'm not
dollar
dancing
tips
on
like
someone. I'm
every
not
other
touching
stripper.
somebody. I'm not doing
why
anything.
would a woman walk into her bedroom on her wedding night in lingerie for her husband?
Lingerie
Because that
and bikinis are
lingerie
very
is inherently
different.
sexual.
Hmm?
Very different in the sense that there's lace on it and it's different
No,
materials, but
no.
you're showing off
I'm
the curves
covered.
of your body
No.
to
Yeah.
stimulate your
So-
man's
so you
sex
want-
drive.
Might as well just go to the beach and
So you
lingerie.
want
then,
them
right?
to
coffee-
believe.
the
You
men who are
honestly-
buying coffee
hang on,
are
hang
tipping
on, I
you
just
in
want- just
dollars
this
like
last thing, because this will
strippers.
make your point too.
Or not.
They're coming
You-
That's
to
like-
get
you
coffee
honest-
because you're in a bikini.
Yeah, you
they could go to a
honest-
better coffee shop.
Then that's their issue.
Well,
but
could
I'm
you
making
honestly
coffee.
say that
But you
you're-
know
that's my-
exactly why you're
I just can't tell if she's for real. Like, is she serious?
Yeah.
you work that job to make more money
It's
in
the
tips.
same reason
Yeah,
you're
I gotta
posting
make more money.
bikini photos on your Instagram to solicit
Yeah,
sexual
can you honestly
attention.
say that
No.
your employer was like, I want you to wear a bikini because it's really hot in here?
I don't give a shit what my employer
Is that
thinks.
what your employer was like? I want you to wear a
I
bikini
don't
because
give a
it
shit.
gets up to like 90 and I'd really just...
She can't hear what they're saying whatsoever. I actually just think she's just choosing not to because she realizes that she looks alright to it right now.
while you're working. Why do you think your employer wants you to wear a bikini while
That's
you're serving
their
coffee?
responsibility. If they come through because
Yeah,
they
but
want
why
a
do you
coffee
think
or
he
they
does?
want to look at my
Girl,
ass,
Yeah, but
that's
why do
their
you think he does?
Starbucks.
responsibility.
If you want a husband one day and you're a Christian, work at Starbucks.
Nah, I'm good. They support abortion.
Okay.
Wait.
We'll find another hometown coffee
And you
shop.
support sex work, so...
No, I don't. That's literally not sex work.
Yeah, it's literally sex work.
literally not sex
Abortion
work.
or
It's
not.
literally
It's
sex
it's
work.
still
not
soliciting
sex
your
work.
body
It's not
just like a
debatable.
sex
It's not
worker.
sex work.
And you get
Not sex. I'm not doing anything sexual whatsoever.
So there you have it. Apparently, serving coffee in a bikini is apparently not sexual. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Why don't you let me know in the comments section below if you like this video? Please do give it a thumbs up on your way out. And be sure to subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with all of my content. And I will see you very soon in the next one.